Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Boys, the chapter that we just got today, yet again, another 10 out of 10 chapter of solo leveling. I think it's been back to back 10 out of 10 chapters of solo leveling. The America arc is off to a very strong start. I can see why I have a lot of light novel readers telling me this shit is one of the best arcs in the entire series, and it has not disappointed so far. Guys, it is off to a strong start. I am feeling the hype of the America arc. I'm excited. You're excited. We're excited. Today we are talking about this latest chapter of Solo Leveling 143. This chapter is insane. The answers, the lore, the new plot points that have been introduced. It's all beautiful. Guys, without further ado, let's do this shit. Let's start off going down the list, I guess, of all the big things that happen this chapter. Obviously, this chapter opens up with Kamish, the Shadow Dragon, new shadow for my boy Woo. I loved this dude. I loved Kamish, man. This guy was great. He was having a laugh with my boy Woo. He could talk, which is something we discussed in the last video. The possibility of this boy Kamish being on the same level as Beru. That theory checked off the list. That was a fact. He was able to talk with my boy Woo because he was the strongest monster that ever existed up to this point in the series, that ever came out of the gate. S-rank gate boss, my boy Kamish, able to talk with my boy Woo. That was a good moment. That was good shit. I was feeling the vibes of Kamish. I was loving this guy. One of my favorite shadows in only a few panels. Now, this guy, old as shit, man. That's what I want you guys to remember. This boy Kamish, he's been around for thousands of years. Thousands of years. He knew the prior monarch, the prior shadow monarch. He was confused why my boy Woo was the new monarch. Why was the new monarch a human? Very confused. You saw glimpses of the old Beru type of mindset that they have when they become a shadow. They still have that implemented code in their brain that they want to slap all the humans. That's what we were seeing again from the boy Kamish. So that was a cool throwback. He has a bunch of lore that he starts spitting about how there's 4 humans that have been blessed by the rulers, one of which is probably the fucking boy Christopher Croc, who is now dead. So this is 100% who he's talking about, is definitely the national level hunters. Like, it has to be the 4 nation level hunters that have been blessed by the rulers, the ones Kamish was talking about, the one he's warning my boy Woo about. It has to be the nation level hunters. It just makes sense. So this is going to come to fruition later on. But man, this boy Kamish, unfortunately, spoiler alert, he disappears at near the middle of this chapter. But this guy has some lore, dude. I already know if he stayed alive, my boy Woo would have gained so much knowledge from Kamish, man. And I'm so sad for that reason that he disappears and he disintegrates, because it's 7 years too late, or 6, I don't know how long. It's that amount of time too late for my boy Woo to resurrect my boy Kamish, the Shadow Dragon, man. Kamish disappears into the oblivion. All you see is his bones left over. I thought possibly that the way the Americans were preserving the bones, that possibly Kamish could have stayed alive with my boy Woo. Maybe his power level would have dropped substantially, but no. Unfortunately, the Shadow Monarch cannot change time, and Kamish goes bye-bye after spitting some facts, after wagging his tail, being best boy. I was loving the vibes Kamish was giving off. I thought he was going to be a great addition to the team, but unfortunately, Kamish goes bye-bye, and you see my boy Woo pissed off, sad, mad that he lost Kamish. This is the first time something like this has ever happened in the series. Sure, we've had my boy Woo resurrect shadows before and then disperse of them like he did with that S-rank hero hunter a lot of chapters ago. Like, we saw that before, and we've seen him fail on resurrecting shadows before. But we've never seen him resurrect a shadow and then lose it and have it be dispersed into the oblivion like that. We've never seen that before. He basically just lost his child, and I know that's hurting my boy Wu deep down for sure. Man, Kamish, it was a short arc. It was short while it lasted. I would have loved to see more of it. I would have loved to have the boy Kamish in the team talking his shit, spitting his knowledge, but unfortunately, Kamish, he's gone. Before Kamish goes away, he actually introduces another monarch, one which I don't think we've seen. Obviously, we've seen monarchs, you know, left and right now. We have a few new ones that got teased a few chapters ago, but this is a monarch I don't think we've seen yet. The Monarch of Destruction, the ruler of the dragons. This shit sounds hype, bro. This guy sounds insane. The Monarch of Dragons, he has a bunch of dragons under his control, I guess. We've seen monarchs, you know, they have control over these factions, right? We had the giant monarch who was controlling the giants. My boy Wu controlling the shadows, right? So, possibly a monarch that controls these giant fat-ass dragons? I'm excited. Very excited to finally see this guy eventually. We're going to see him eventually. Not yet, but you know what I mean. This is hype. I am excited. America is off to such a great start. This chapter had a little bit of everything. Had the hype, the sadness, the grief, the pain I was feeling for my boy Kamish. Man, rest in peace, the boy Kamish. But the greatness that my boy Wu and the fucking knowledge and the lore, all that shit. What a chapter, man. What a chapter. We're not even done. We're only halfway. So, Kamish goes bye-bye. My boy Wu goes back to America. He gets a word from one of the American guys. He's like, hey, where's that boy Yu Jinho? And let me tell you, you can go back to the last video I made on 142, was it, right? 142? Yeah, 142. I fucking called it. I called it. Sure, I was wrong about maybe keeping my boy Kamish. I really thought we were going to keep Kamish, but I fucking knew that we were going to have a hostage situation on our hands. And ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we have going on here today. Hwang Dong Su taking my boy Yu Jinho hostage. Now, in part, this is kind of my boy Wu's fault, because why the fuck were you gonna leave the boy Yu Jinho alone, no shadow, let alone bring him to America in the first place? Why were you gonna do that when this guy's weak as shit and has no powers, bro? It was just written in plain sight. Obviously, you saw Hwang Dong Su. He has a gripe. He has a grudge with my boy Wu still. Obviously, killing his brother, which, you know, is justifiable, even though he doesn't stand a chance against him. Takes the boy Yu Jinho as hostage, and I think, I'll get to my predictions at the end of the video, but I think this is going to get resolved really fucking quick. This is going to get resolved fast as shit, so look forward to that. Yu Jinho becoming the hostage for my boy Hwang Dong Su, my boy Wu. Some of the panels, by the way, in this chapter were insane, man. I love the panel where he's in the city, he's on the rooftops, and he just sends all his shadows everywhere. That shit was great. One of my favorite panels of recent time, for sure. But the search is on for Hwang Dong Su and Yu Jinho. And my boy Wu, I think, is going to find him first. I really do. I think he's going to find him first. But do not forget, this boy Thomas, national level hunter, he told Hwang Dong Su, he said, hey, don't fuck with the boy Wu. And what does he do? He does exactly that. Thomas is pissed off, and he says, hey, we gotta find Hwang Dong Su before Sung Jinwoo finds him, or else blood is gonna be shed. And it is hype. This is hype. This is the race to find Hwang Dong Su now. I thought we were gonna see the race to find Wu's dad first. Nope. The race to find Hwang Dong Su is here. Personally, this could go either way. I've seen in the Discord, in the Twitch stream we just had, people were saying maybe we see Thomas and Hwang Dong Su versus Wu. Maybe we see Wu and Thomas versus Hwang Dong Su. It could go either way. It's 50-50 for me. I have ideas for both of them. But man, all I know is Hwang Dong Su is in a shitty spot. If Yu Jinho dies, which I don't think will happen, shit is gonna be going down. We're not even at the conference yet. The conference is supposed to be the biggest part of this arc. Shit is gonna go down. Hwang Dong Su is probably gonna get his ass beat, and I cannot wait to find out what happens. Guys, that was a fucking sick chapter. That's the recap. That's the recap of the chapter. Listen, this was a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 20 out of 10 chapter. This chapter was fucking insane. 100% insanity. I'm shocked, dude. I'm shocked at this chapter. There have been no breaks so far in the America arc. It is off to a strong start. Nothing can stop America arc right now, man. It is gonna be great, man. I have a good feeling. I really hope they don't butcher this arc. I mean, they didn't butcher the Japan arc, but it was definitely less quality than the light novel version. From what I've heard, at least. I'm only a manhwa reader. I'm sorry, don't kill me. But I love this arc so far. It's off to a strong start. 3 10 out of 10, 4 10 out of 10 chapters. I mean, up until the airplane, when we hopped on the airplane, everything has been fucking great since then. And this arc, or this chapter, was just the tip of the iceberg. So then let's talk about what I think is going to happen. Some predictions I have for the next chapter and for the coming chapters, really. Like I already alluded to, like I already said, I think this hostage situation is going to get resolved pretty quick. I think it's going to get resolved pretty damn quickly. I think next chapter, 144, I think my boy Wu finds Hwang Dong Su first. I think he finds him first, and I think shortly after that we'll see Thomas and his crew walk in, but I think Hwang Dong Su gets found by my boy Wu first, for sure. And I think they're going to fight. I think they're going to scrap. They're going to have some bickering back and forth, but I think my boy Wu is going to want to slap the shit out of Hwang Dong Su. Maybe even rip a fucking limb off or some shit. I don't know. Beat his ass completely. And I think Thomas, this is possible, man. This early is fucking crazy. I have a feeling Thomas might walk in on Hwang Dong Su getting his ass beat. He'll be like, damn it. I told you so. I really fucking told you so, man. And then he's going to have to fight my boy not Yu Jinho. No, you don't want to fight him. No, you don't want to fight him. He's going to have to fight my boy Jinwoo to defend my boy Hwang Dong Su. That would be sick. If we already get Thomas versus Jinwoo already, that would be absolutely insane. I don't know if that'll happen. That's just my theory, my prediction, but that would be absolutely sick if that did happen, man. Oh, so exhilarating, so exhilarating. And by the way, I don't think Thomas wants to fight my boy Wu. I don't think he does. I think he wants to have a nice relationship with the boy Jinwoo. I really do. Even maybe invite him to the guild. I mean, remember, that was the goal of the Americans, right? To get this boy Wu in America. I think he wants to have a nice relationship with Wu, and I think he respects the power that he has. But if he's forced into a corner with the bullshit that Hwang Dong Su is going to pull, he might have to scrap with my boy Wu, man. It might get ugly. It might get fucking ugly, man. Oh, it's crazy, dude. It's such... I'm going to look back to this chapter and the chapter before this. These were great setup chapters for the future of solo leveling, man. For sure. This was a great setup for this arc for America, and it was great, dude. It was so great. I don't have enough words to describe 143, man. This chapter was seriously sick, dude. Seriously sick. And like I said, we're not even at the conference yet. We're not even at the conference yet, and that is gonna be some shit. Oh, bad shit is gonna go down there. There's gonna be some bad things that go down at the conference, but for next chapter and the coming chapters, we're gonna get this hostage situation under control. We're gonna save the boy Yu Jinho. Life is gonna be good. There's gonna be tensions that arise between the Ajin Guild and the Scavenger Guild for sure. We're going to see all these national level hunters pop up. I'm waiting on the Chinese national level hunter. I believe there's an Indian one. I'm not sure about that one, but there's more national level hunters out there. I would like to think that these nation level hunters, I would like to think that they have some knowledge about the rulers, man. Now that we got the confirmation from Kamish that they do have powers blessed from the rulers. So I would like to think they know what they're on about, but Christopher Croc, man, he didn't know shit. So maybe they're completely oblivious. I don't know. Man, things are picking up in solo leveling for sure. Guys, this chapter was sick. One of the best chapters. They've all been good. They've all been good chapters, but this chapter was really something, man. This chapter was really something. Like I said already, this is going to be a chapter that I look back on as one of the pivotal points of this arc and of Solo Leveling Season 2 for sure. Guys, let me know down below, what did you think of this chapter? What are your theories? How did this change your theories? What are you thinking about the next coming chapters of Solo Leveling? I got the VOD on my Twitch if you want to go check it out. We had some nice conversation in there. As always, join the Discord if you haven't already. But I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.